And hello
Hello.
again.
Hello again. Hello, hello. Welcome to this evening of probably what's going to be the last EU Overwatch University cast of the weekend, because it's technically not the weekend anymore.
Yeah, I don't think this counts as the weekend. I'm sorry.
It's the last
It's
week 5 match that's
it
most
it,
likely
it
going to be cast.
it's
So,
Monday. It's not the
yes.
weekend.
And
Last week
before
5 match, yes.
Yes. I had the day off
probably,
from work because it's an American holiday, and I work for an American company.
But you
So,
don't live in America.
yeah, I get federal holidays anyway. So, it's
Wait, does that
good.
mean you're stuck with American vacation time? Because that's like what, 10 days a year tops?
Yeah, I get American pay and everything else. It's just how it goes. But yeah,
Wow.
it's good. So, welcome. We're going to be casting the Slow Cooker and Prestige, both at the top of their division this game.
Super
If
hyped.
yeah, if they win, if either team wins, they are actually going to be at the top of their division. This is the one chance that they have to swing it in their favor before all of the next rounds come up. So, this is an important match for both of them. It should be really interesting. And again, we'll be
hmm
seeing Eichenwald because that is the Slow Cooker's home map.
we are going to be seeing Symmetra on Eichenwald, and it will be
Yes.
glorious.
It'll be great. It's always great because we've been casting for them the past 3 weeks now. It's
and
good.
some
It's a good
really
time.
exciting games coming out. We saw a whole team get tilted off the face of the planet at one player last week. But
did.
that aside, with both of these teams, as you say, the winner of this match goes and continues their unbeaten record with a 5-0 record coming into the next week. And the loser of this match goes into a joint second, third, and fourth place with three other teams that are currently sitting at 4-1. So this is going to be the battle for the top of Division 3 today, and honestly, I am so excited for this series. I'm hoping we see it to go to 3 games, just as we did with Slow Cooker last week.
I mean, it'd
Yeah,
be great to see it go to 3, even 4, because, Eichenwald can be tricky like that.
yeah.
Be a good
Especially when
time.
you've got especially when we've got the Symmetra coming out. The thing is, I don't think I've seen Slow Cookers run the Torbjorn with the Symmetra, which is a bit
No,
surprising.
they haven't. It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they do this time. Also, we don't know too much about Prestige, but they are in the top of the bracket right now. If they continue going on as they have before, it should be a really interesting match.
hmm I just hope that they're not an Absenta Lovers Mark II, where they've got this one comp that they run very well and then they can't adapt.
Yeah, I mean, that was one really disappointing thing yesterday. As much as that was a great series and we saw a come from behind victory, I really like to see team comps change. Even the slow cooker, once they figure out that the Symmetra doesn't have usefulness anymore, they will change off of it. I would love to
hmm
see Prestige also have adaptability like that.
hmm It's like yes, it's like yesterday. Yeah, we saw Absenta Lovers versus Pat Pat Pat. So Absenta was quite handy to the first game, and then they lost the second game because they were sticking to this one team composition that Pat 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 figured out and
Yeah.
just had an answer to everything, and they were stuck on their triple tank. This isn't the meta from 2 months ago. There are a lot of team comps that are viable right now.
Yeah, it's not like a few months ago, or, well, not a few months ago, it's not like a month ago, basically, where it was a triple tank meta. If you really wanted to win, you picked triple tank meta, you picked triple tank meta, and you stuck with triple tank meta. That is what you had. And now it's more like triple tank is an option among a lot of things, but it's still going back to damage meta where 222 is viable, where 321 is kind of viable. It just depends on how you play it now, as opposed to before where triple tank was just unstoppable if you had it
hmm
going pretty well.
Well, quad tank was even better.
With
That's the,
with the point of how it's played as well, we are going into Division 3. These are teams who are very well coordinated and they know how to communicate with one another. They know exactly what they're doing. So no matter what happens here, we are going to be seeing these compositions being used to their full effect. We're going to be seeing switches and we are going to be seeing the real deal. And fantastic all around.
Yeah,
hmm
should be a really good time.
Yeah, Dutch, do you just want to give a quick rundown of what exactly the Overwatch University League is for those who have tuned in and maybe aren't participating in it?
Well, yesterday I did have to speedcast the entire document, but today we've got plenty more time going into it. So, as you know, we are running from Energy Beings' Twitch today, but there will always be, not always, of course, but on Saturdays there are usually streams also going on the official Overwatch University League channel. But to break it down, the Overwatch University League is dedicated to helping players, casters, and coaches get better at what they enjoy doing, giving people who want to come into esports a nice little step on that ladder and maybe find what they'd like to do. For more information about the Overwatch University League, there is a Discord. You can join that at discord.gg/Overwatch University, all one word. There you can sign up as a free agent or to substitute for teams needing players for matches or for scrims. The Overwatch University League accepts everyone from all skill levels, so don't feel like you're not good enough to join or you're too good to join. There's going to be something there for everyone. You can also follow the official Overwatch University Twitter, which is at OW University, and there you can see more games that are going to be coming on. But as I say, if you'd like to join in on the Discord, which is the best place to find information or people who are readily available to answer any questions you have, such a helpful community, and everybody there will be able to deal with your request very quickly and very effectively. Never too late to join in as well, and Season 2 will be coming up soon on top of that.
I'll just be dropping a link into the chat for those who want to join. I believe that is the right Discord. Yes, I have not actively invited, I have not actively handed out a non-expiring link to any of the other Discords.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Called
Right.
Prestiging.
Where is? Oh, here we go. Right, we are in the lobby. We see what's happening. Why do they get a grey name? Okay.
Alright, I'm going to change the names because it looks like they do actually run with Team Prestige, even though it's Prestige on all the documents. So.
No, Riley there's complaining in chat about it. It's just Prestige.
Okay,
No team.
well, I will switch it back then.
For you. Okay,
Yes.
so
Having to handle all the technical things is kind of annoying, but hey.
we are starting on Eichenwald.
Alright, so, yeah, we're about to start on Eichenwald, the Slow Cooker's home map.
What is Prestige's home map is what I want to know. That's
Prestigious home map is Lijiang Tower.
Oh, this will be interesting. We haven't seen the Slow Cooker play on... Well, no, we have seen them play on King of the Hill.
We saw them play King of the Hill last week in a tiebreaker map, which was Oasis.
Well. It went very well for them too, which is surprising.
Yeah, so hold on. Prestige have both. We've got a similar situation to Mediocrity down Division 5 here, where both of their home maps are King of the Hill.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering just how well they'll perform on a hybrid map.
I mean, it should be interesting, because if they've been practicing it, which I imagine they would, it's a Division 3 team. Usually there's a bit more discipline going into these matches. Then they may have a plan for it, especially if they know the Slow Cooker, lineup. Especially with Symmetra and Pichu playing Roadhog, generally.
Yeah.
If they know what's coming, they can maybe adapt to it, maybe fly over, maybe have a flanking route with a Pharah or Junkrat or whatever you want to do, Genji, something to draw attention away from the choke. Slow Cooker's usually pretty adept at dealing with those things, but we will see.
Honestly, what I'd really like to see come out of Prestige here, because let's be honest, Slow Cookers are probably going to start at Symmetra. I'd like to see a Sombra comp come out of Prestige.
I mean, it'd be interesting. It'd definitely be interesting. Okay.
Oh, yeah, here we go. We are entering game. Are we ready to rumble, boys and girls?
Yes.
I think we are, but the real question, of course, here is, are Team Prestige, or just Prestige as they like to be known, ready to go into the Slow Cookers home map? Make sure to put in chat what your suggestions for this map are going to be, who you think is going to be taking this victory home, and who you think might be winning this series overall if you're willing to take that gamble early on. But for now, as we are going into this on the cast side, I'd like to hear both of your opinions on how you believe. I'm sorry. How you believe? Do you believe that the comp of Prestige are going to be able to take this against a very well-established team that runs Symmetra so heavily?
I mean, it's possible if they can figure out a way to bypass it. Oh, it looks like they've been choosing a Winston. So
Yeah.
it looks like they do know the team comp going in.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking at that. The one thing I want to change about that comp is I'd probably prefer an Ana to the Mercy, but I'd swap that Tracer out for a Genji.
Yeah, I think a
Because
Genji'd be a bit better at dealing
it's
with.
like that or swap the Fire out for a Genji. So they've got full dive. Right now they've got a dive variant where they've got the Pharah disrupting from high, causing lots of damage, and then Winston and Trace just swoop around and confirm kills in the low HP targets.
Yeah.
But Genji's just so much better at that than Tracer, along with being harder to kill. Tracer gets kind of destroyed by Symmetra.
Tracer
are
bursts
drawing.
people down as opposed to like cleaning
Finishing them
up
off.
damage. Yeah,
Mhm.
she doesn't clean up damage as much as she just kind of singles people out.
Yeah, she singles people out and kills them by herself. Oh,
No.
here we go.
We are drawing a lot of attention to Symmetra here, but we have to bear in mind each week that we have seen the slow cooker, Mirai is also doing a lot of the work on the back line with that soldier. He's confirming a lot of the kills, and this hit scan straight away is going to be dealing with, hopefully, this pharmacy comp. But the Symmetra instantly taking down one of the turrets. Pichu is also going to be taking down Yasser on the backside. Rywin even is taking down Wheezing, but we're seeing some fights coming out here as it looks like this hold is going to be cemented as everyone's going through the house being singled out by that Symmetra laser beam. And that's a successful first hold.
We are at 85% on that Symmetra ultimate already. Are we going to be seeing a shield gen come out? I'm expecting a teleport.
I'm expecting a teleporter, but we have seen this Symmetra before use the shield generator, even at weird points, so who knows? I trust their judgment, generally.
And judgment calls coming in again as Yasser jumping in on that Winston, getting the shield but taking a sleep, and also going to be taken straight down as Mercy is now jumping into the backline as well, maybe out of position as Pichu is going to be taking that hook, taking the kill as well. Symmetra cleaning up the rest of the kills on this backside as Wheezing holding his own just against that Tracer. That Tracer might need to be switched as you guys suggested.
Yeah.
I'd expect it to get them to use the pulse bomb they're charging and then swap it off. We're actually seeing Lucio be swapped off for the Ana hit. That's a bit surprising. I'd expect this Mercy to be swapped off with anyone.
I mean, I wish that they would keep the Lucio because the speed
Oh,
is such
yeah,
a
there we
key
go.
thing.
There we go. I think this is just a. I mean, they've lost ult charge in Lucio there, but maybe there's just Slaves Master's just much better Ana.
Tracer already flanking around the back here. Gonna see if she can single out a target. Only being greeted with Mirai on that soldier at the second as Rywin on that Tracer, just running through, seeing what he can find. Hopefully nothing at the second from the team of Slow Cooker as Yasser is going to be forced out straight away, but Frank Zappa taking down Symmetra on the backline. Homemade Pizza putting the fire strike through, but it's Mirai who's securing that kill. Homemade Pizza now coming face to face with Yasser, who doesn't want anything to do with that as he's hooked in from that charge, and Wheezing now using that Transcendence maybe a little early.
I mean,
I'll just note we did see a teleport come out.
We did.
We've got, I believe, 3 charges left.
Wheezing's choice of picking Zenyatta on defense is really good. Normally, I'm not super excited about Zenyatta on defense, but they probably knew that the Pharah was coming, to be fair. And Zenyatta's so good at getting the Pharah down.
It's Farah pops up, she's got a Discord on her, and she's kind of got to drop back down, or
Yeah.
she can just be
The
dead and
Zenyatta, the soldier as well, like both of them have the
Oh, here we go.
ability to do it.
But we are going to see the fight start as it... Are you ready? Here comes Yasser as he's jumping around, swinging that hammer, gets a solo ground earth shatter onto Mirai, beating him down to a pulp in the end as Yasser now taking on Pichu. Pichu with these hooks is also going to be taken down. Yasser on the backside. That Roadhog doing a lot of work already as Rywin takes down 2. 1 on Symmetra, 1 on Pichu. And it looks like this fight is still going to continue as Rywin is just trying to run around this point. He went purple there. He doesn't want really anything to do with that too much at the second as Voden takes down A's on the backside of this Homemade Pizza, now establishing a firm shield line only for himself and Wheezing at the moment, but this point is going to be hold here as Zappa jumping around to the backline once again. That's a 3-man Earth Shatter, and this is going to be the kills all cleaned up as Homemade Pizza and Pichu use that synergy that they've established over so many weeks now, and they are going to be coming in, but Yasser taking down Homemade Pizza on the backside. This fight's still going. Symmetra taken down as well by Yasser. That hammer's doing a lot of work for him, or he's doing a lot of work on that hammer. Who will know? Mirai now going to be challenged by Yasser once again, who is going nuts here. But it looks like Zappa going to be taken down by Ace as the whole hog is going to throw Yasser into a space program moment there. Not really sure what's going on. Rywin singles out Ana on the backside as Voden is getting that whole hog down onto 3 members as a follow to another lovely Earth Shatter. Yasser doing a lot of work here.
Yeah, that was really well played by Yasser there. I honestly expected Slow Cooker to come back and take that point after they got 4 people back through from the teleporter. That was 4 charges, I thought it was 3. So my bad.
No, I mean, it was really good. Like, that teleporter was key to their, like, continued defense. And even if it wasn't successful in the point of, you know, pushing them off, it did give them enough time that they're just wasting from Prestige. Prestige would have had a lot more time coming in if that teleporter was not there.
I will just note, Pichu did get Alze killed there. Got a pulse bomb stuck to him, walked backwards into poor little Anna.
Yeah.
So, maybe they need to practice not killing each other a bit, Bill.
But the killing is not going to be happening just yet, and as I say that, Zapper is going to be trading kills there. Symmetra takes him down on the backside, but that's Pichu with that magnetic hook being taken down. Homemade Pizza still establishing the shield line for the rest of the team, as this point is going to be stuck here. Tracer in the backline still, breaking it down from the side of Prestige, but nothing really coming out of that as the team fight. Oh my god, as I say it, once again, this is the caster curse coming through as Viden is going to be securing kills left, right, and center on the back of this point, but no push coming through as another pulse bomb takes down Homemade Pizza on the backside of this. Zapper establishing that sky control and looking for picks. He's going to be doing work, as is Voden. That hook trying to be as magnetic as Pichu's, but we'll see if anything else comes out of this fight as more trades are going to be established. Wheezing now going tranquil onto this point, trying to get this team fight coming through. Foden forced to heal. Rocket barrage in the backside as Zapper takes down only one, but it looks like the kills are going in favor of Slow Cooker here. And as I say it once again, this caster curse is killing me today as Foden is going to be taken down on the backside. Yasser, the only man left.
Well, not
anymore.
They decided to transform their Slow Cooker into a Fast Cooker there. Symmetra,
the turbo microwave is pretty powerful, I have to say.
We've seen the shield generator come out here rather than teleporter. I would have done the same thing here. They've got spawn advantage. You get more value out of the shield generator right now, I think. Alright, here we go.
And we've been ignoring time all of this time as overtime is going to be coming up, but Homemade Pizza is going to be stalling all of this out with another lovely Earth Shatter as Zapper is forced to take that bridge position and pad his stats a little bit, and that is going to be round 1, 1-0.
That was I'd like to say that was a really good Earth Shatter, and it was, but it was honestly a bit of a misplay on the part of Yasser there. He saw a Reinhardt, he got the nano, and he was like, oh, I'm going to run in a hammer, rather than flickering your shield like you normally do. So he just set his team up to get 5-man Earth Shattered there. Okay, and we'll see.
Symmetra taunting us in the chat.
You're playing Symmetra, so it's fine. It's when you're playing Roadhog that we get confused.
When you're playing that or anything else. Sombra yesterday.
No, Symmetra is playing Sombra.
Yes.
Well,
Sombra's
yesterday
not playing Sombra. Symmetra is playing Sombra.
Yesterday we did get taunted by having a team 2 subs, and those 2 subs were called Symmetra and Sombra. Sombra playing a lot of Zarya in that series and making it very hard to cast. Should I call it Zarya? Should I call her Symmetra? Who knows? But as we're going to go into the Slow Cookers offensive side here, what do they need to pull out to take the victory and hopefully get that payload further than Prestige did?
So I'm loving the Sombra comp. I love Sombra comps when well executed, an absolute joy to watch. But what they need to do here is there's that health pack. They just need to get some chip damage. They need to build that EMP faster than without any of them dying on those. They need to build that EMP, and they need to just go in with that EMP about 30 seconds in, use it, and instant advantage.
I think really what they need to do right now is, because I am seeing a Mei on the enemy team's comp, they need to have Symmetra on that Sombra, walk through the point with her teleporter down so that she can just bait out the wall and they can rush in.
That, or just go through stealth and then throw out the EMP.
Yeah. If they can get the EMP up that fast. Oh, a Mei. Mei is a good choice on this. Even on attack.
Okay. I am disappointed.
I am.
I'm so disappointed.
Well, we are going to be
nice too, but
Mei's here from both sides, and the beam or the cannon that fires ice. Symmetra's going to be staying cool in this no matter what.
I mean, the deadly hook right away.
Oh,
magnetic as he has been in the weeks beforehand, as he's also going to be taken down as Raleigh finishes off that kill in the backside. Symmetra on the Mei walking forward, getting a couple of freezes down, but it's Homemade Pizza who is going to be hooked in. No do at the second, as and as I say it, he's sniped by the best sniper in the game. Mei taking him down, as Mei on the other team, the attacking Mei, is now also taken down. Defense successful.
So I think we saw a clear demonstration of which Mei was more amazing there.
You say I'm bad here.
Yeah, really good ball by Riwin there. Although I will say I think that's a bit of a mixed position on Pichu's part. I don't know why he decided he was down the front line. That's not Roadhog's job.
No.
Mostly. Oh, here we go.
But another fight is starting up as the entire team are going route to the left-hand side of this clock tower in the middle. The entire team still up as Mirai takes down 2, trading 4 to 6 at the second, as it looks like that attack visor is going to be channeled and getting 1 kill at the moment, as this soldier is deadly. He's got you in his sights. He's also got Zapper in his sights, also being taken down. Rywin chilling on top of the wall at the second, but it looks like he's going to be taken down on the backside of that fight as well. 6 people on the point, and this is going to be a point taken.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly, you want to know what happened? The Mei on attack walled off the Mei on defense's ability to put a wall up.
I did see the wall go down, but it was late. The entire team were already through. So that was just good play by Symmetra on Mei.
The attack Mei, Symmetra, ended up just putting down the wall in the right position at the right time, and it ended up pushing them through.
We're seeing a high ground hold here. I don't know.
It depends on how they play it. High ground holds are
well, there we go.
Good,
that's one way of dealing with it.
And the wall coming out as we're seeing a hook come out. Magnetic hook once again from Pichu, as he's going to be taking down Zapper on that soldier. Yasser now also forced off. He's going to be singled out, but the rest of the team going to be joining him down here, as Voden getting 1 hook back in as Homemade Pizza is taken down. Symmetra on that left-hand side of the payload is going to be chilling at the moment, but no do as we're going into this. We're going to be seeing the rest of the fight dissipate, as it looks like the teams are trading positions here, trading kills equally across the board.
I mean, it was a decent push, but they used more ults but they didn't use many. Oh, here we go. Fucking hell.
And we are now going to be seeing Pichu with that Nano Hog, as Tranquility is coming down by Raru. He's going to be trying to keep the rest of the team alive, but Zappa now has everybody else in his sight. But it's Pichu that's going to be taking him down, as Mirai is pushing forward, getting damage into the shield. And look at this. This is Pichu sleeping on the job, but he's going to be smacked into a wall. You don't want that truck taking you into a wall, as the rest of the team are now going to be forced back and forced into a reset.
I don't like how they used their ults there on the part of Slow Cookers. I think they went for the Nano Hole Hog when there wasn't Anna just waiting for the sleep there. I think they would be better off just pushing up, maybe getting a Rhine charge down and then throwing down the Nano Visor. Because
right now, time is definitely on the side of the Slow Cooker though. They have 3 minutes to just push it over the bridge. If they can break 1 hold, they can possibly just take it.
Positions are going to be switched here as well, as it looks like the Slow Cooker are taking the high ground approach. Rywin trying to get some boops down, but not really finding anyone to go off. But Homemade Pizza decides, you know what, let's drop, as he goes in for that Earth Shatter, getting 2 on the side of that fight. But Homemade Pizza is going to be traded off as the self-destruct comes down, doesn't secure anything, as the rest of the kills were secured before that was even channeled.
I'm not quite sure what they were intending to accomplish with that self-destruct. They'd already used Nano, and they'd already killed 2 people. The fight was already theirs. That was not a huge fan of that.
No.
And we're now seeing Symmetra on Winston. Thanks, Symmetra. Can't you just play Symmetra, please?
She does have a knack for beam heroes. We've got the Tickle from the Winston. We saw her on Zara yesterday, who's got the laser beam. We usually see her on Symmetra, of course, as the name would suggest, and we saw her on Mei. This is a heavy investment into those beam heroes, I gotta say.
You know, I saw someone who was called McCree the other day, and they were a Genji main. I was very upset.
As Yasuo gets a 4-man Earth Shatter there onto the point. Going to be taking down 2, as this fight is going to be extended on the backside. Pichu now trapped out with Symmetra on that backline. Pichu going to be taken down, not evolving in this fight, as Symmetra just trying to put some damage down. And as Pichu said to us earlier, he's not planning on evolving anytime soon.
That Tranquility was just entirely wasted. They could have held it for another push. Because it was mostly a dry push from the Slow Cookers. Like, no ults came out because they did not have any at that point.
Yeah, and now they've got a nano. They're gonna have a high noon and a whole hog.
Yeah.
The whole hog's gonna come up during the fight, if not beforehand.
I
And
imagine
they
the
might
Nano
even
Hog's gonna come out.
that or nano high noon. I do like me a bit of nano high noon.
Would it be Nano Noon?
Well, it certainly won't be Ohio noon. Oh, it's nano.
Oh god, as Nano Winston is going to be jumping into that point, as breaking it down now, coming in from the side of the slow cookers, try and find an extra bit of advantage in that fight. No bad guys getting their head shot off today, as Mirai is going to be channeling that ult, not really finding anything on the backside, as the self-destruct is coming down just to save the mech in this fight, as Rywin only gets one kill before the mech goes down. Wheezing going to be traded off on the backside. Another successful hold from Prestige.
It
Yeah,
may be that Prestige wins this defense.
Yeah, we've got one more push coming in. We've got 2 ults to a nano. There's going to be a bunch of ults coming in. They're all so close. They need to get those picks on those heroes early. Okay, here we go. We've got a flanking road toggle on there. Let's see how that
That
goes.
flanking hog is going to be jumping around the same time as Symmetra's jumping in, and Rywin going to be the focus of this first whole hog, as Tranquility coming through once again, but it's going to be keeping the rest of the team alive, as Yasser going to be forced off, and Homemade Pizza winning that Reinhardt duel, hammer versus hammer, and that was a fair fight, and he won it. But this is going to be Mirai and the rest of the team now focusing off the rest of Team Prestige, as Rywin, the only person left up in his mech, as Zappa is also taken down on the backside. Rywin now out of mech. Symmetra just easily going to tickle him down on that Winston. This is going to be the push in overtime, as we're going to see the trickle coming in onto the point. Yasser going to be looking for an opportunity to jump through, and here it comes as the Winston jumping in, the high noon not focusing anything too heavily there. Mirai taken down as Voden on his own Roadhog.
Oh!
Just arrested that
They fell
defense.
off the point. They fell off the point.
Yeah. Unexpected.
Yeah. I'm assuming that was a misplay, but there we go. 1-0 to Prestige.
I have to say, I'm not satisfied with that right now.
No. No.
At the end, that was a bit of a letdown, but hey, maybe we'll
I
get a
don't
good
know
play of the game out of it.
Oh, here we
right
go.
win.
Rywin was very impressed with that tracer,
He
actually.
was.
I doubted it. I'm sorry, Rywin. Yep, that right there. That's when Pichu decided. Wait, they're lying to me. I'm very confused. The displays at the top are lying to me. In the replay. Yeah, that was when Pichu decided that Aze did not, in fact, need his life.
Epic. Job well done.
Once again there, we did see Mirai with a hell of a lot of damage coming through. A 13-minute match, almost transcending that barrier of the 2k damage per minute. And a lot of work from him on the backside, just not enough to carry the team through. Probably not securing enough kills on the back end.
Wait, what?
So,
What?
Okay.
We've just been booted out of the lobby.
We have
oh,
been.
fantastic.
Give me a moment. We will be back
Um,
in the game shortly.
Hopefully.
Alright. Yes.
Whilst we are sorting that out, though, you say that you weren't so happy with how the slow cookers handled their offensive side there. What do you think they could have changed to probably swing the outcome into their favor?
Honestly, just use their ults better.
Yeah, they weren't really getting the best out of their ult economy. They were just kind of using them whenever they felt like it, and it didn't really go as planned for the most part. I honestly wish I could have seen that go better, but
Yeah.
I mean, we may see an interesting series of King of the Hill right now, because we have seen the slow cookers be extremely good on King of the Hill in the past.
Yeah, honestly, we did in fact see yesterday Symmetra, who was subbing for Pat, did in fact play Symmetra on King of the Hill, and it was very exciting to watch. So hopefully we get to see that again. Okay, apparently
were our surprise victors yesterday, and I'm hoping that we are going to be seeing a much more comprehensive push coming out here from the team of the slow cooker. Has that swung your ideas on who's going to win this series after seeing the first map?
I don't know. Prestige just seemed much more put together than the slow cookers did.
They
I mean,
did, definitely.
I get the feeling that neither team was particularly playing their best.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I think the Div 4 game yesterday had less errors in it. Like, there were a lot of unforced errors coming out from both teams. So hopefully this should be a bit cleaner.
I mean,
But
I hope
we'll
it's
see.
cleaner. We've seen Symmetra really play very well in King of the Hill maps. This Symmetra specifically, but yeah, it's possible that they can pull off like a full series on this, and if we can go to the 3 matches, we have the most draw-inducing map of the game coming up for you in Temple of Anubis.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, but Hanamura?
Hanamura too, but I think Temple of Anubis is a bit worse with it.
Temple of Anubis, you see a lot more steamrolls.
You do. You can definitely force the point if you're very good going in. Okay, going into
But
the match.
Hanamura, there's only really one point to attack, and that's the high ground. You can't really push any other way.
Yeah, it's
At
true.
least there's a few ways to approach Anubis.
Select your hero.
We did see some strong feelings coming out in chat yesterday for Temple of Anubis.
Yeah.
Some names that are probably not so good for a live stream, but
No.
if you would like to go check back on Energy Being's previous casts, you can find them here on his channel. You can go into his videos. Make sure you hit that follow button whilst you're at it as well.
Yes, shameless plugs. We're very good at them.
We've
I
got to
mean,
get the
we-
shameless plugs in.
Why are we shamelessly plugging your channel while we're on your channel?
I mean, I suppose it's not a shameless plug if it's on my channel specifically, but hey.
Okay, right.
On the official stream, I will
please tell me-
shamelessly plug myself
Is that-
too.
Are they sticking with that Bastion the Tourbillon?
I would love it, but I don't think that's.
No, I don't
We,
think
we
so,
also have
but
to see that Hanzo there as well, so I'm just assuming that there's
Yes,
probably
just
some...
Yes, it's too good a Reinhardt though. I don't actually really want to see the Hanzo because he's such a good Reinhardt to watch.
Maybe the teams are just mind gaming us here.
Yeah, it's probably what the.
Oh,
what it is.
okay. We're seeing a standard dive comp coming. Yeah, we're seeing standard dive comp come out. Although they are going to be low on healing. They're running Zen Lucio with no main healer there. So interesting
And
to see how it plays out.
This fight is going to be starting kind of scattered as we're seeing the slow cooker just rush that point straight away, but we are seeing that Prestige wanted to take that mid ground, maybe wanted a little fight early, but Mirai instantly taking down Slaves Master on the side as he's traded off by Yasser. That's one healer down, that's one damage dealer down as well. This fight is going in the favor of Prestige at the second, as it looks like this is going to be a clean wipe across the board. There's that team kill bell, and it is ringing.
I mean, you can definitely see why this is their home map, obviously, from the first push. They're very organized on that attack.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was just pretty brutal, honestly. Honestly, don't say this often. I'd quite like to see a more brawly comp coming out. Like triple tank would actually be a good pick, I think, here on the part of slow cookers. Here we go. Anyway.
One thing I would like to highlight as well as, maybe I'll highlight it after this fight, but Pichu instantly taken down by Rywin as that pulse bomb goes down, not finding anyone on the backside. Mirai going to go flying off that side of the map, and it looks like this is going to be another full hold once again from Team Prestige as they're just getting 4 kills and, you know, chilling out a little bit on the backside.
Yeah.
The point I was going to bring up was, you guys said before this game started, before the cast started, do you think Symmetra is going to be forced off of Symmetra?
I mean, she already has
playing
been.
the
She's playing Mei right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Symmetra on King of the Hill is you have to win the first fight.
Yeah, you have to be on point for it to be entirely effective.
But who needs a first fight as we're going into the third, fourth, or fifth? I've lost count at the second as it looks like the rest of the team are now jumping in. We're going to be seeing Genji pulling that blade out. We're going to be sleeping on the backside instantly. Sleepy Ninja isn't slicing anyone up today, but he's going to be almost taken down, forced to use that reflect there. Pichu going ham once again, ham on the hog as he's going to be killing Zapper on the backside of this. Nope,
Oh,
Zapper's going to
Zappa
kill
just
himself.
kill himself to save the ult charge.
Bit of honourable Sudoku in the back of that fight.
And we see the no hesitation wall onto point there from Symmetra. We've got a lot of ults coming out here from Slow because they should be able to hold this. At least for the next fight.
Yeah.
Ult economy is going to be really important for them here. They've got the ult advantage, but while their ults are full, they're not charging ults, so they need to use them well.
But it looks like these ults might get used in just a second as we're seeing Winston and we are going to be seeing Slave Master diving in there. Zapper on the backline as Pichu's channeling that whole hog, getting one as Break It Down is now going to be coming through. Mirai managing to channel the entirety of his... Oh, goodness. Deadeye, that's still one.
High note. Just call it a high note. I mean, I was talking about... Yeah, we were talking about conserving ults there. That was one ult came out from Prestige there, whereas 3 were used by slow cookers. They did not need to use the high noon.
I am expecting the Dragon Blade to just tear through the enemy team at this point.
Yeah, I'd just like to highlight how well Ririn's been playing, as he doesn't get anyone false bomb. Thanks, Ririn.
But Yasser taking down A's with a lovely charge on the backside of that point as Homemade Pizza is going to be charging one off the side. Mirai trading back a couple of kills as Zappa decides to pull out that sword in the back of the fight, takes down 2 kills, claiming the objective now as we're going to be seeing him finish off Lucio in the backline. Mirai also just joining the Genji train and jumping off the side.
Yeah, honestly, that was an interesting charge by Homemade Pizza. he decided to cliff charge the Reinhardt, but the Reinhardt was so low that he died halfway through the charge, and Homemade Pizza just ended up fruitlessly diving off into the distance, like he'd seen some money on the ground.
I mean, we're probably going to see a Mei ult in this next fight, because they really need to retake right now, and if they can stall them all, then it'll be a good thing.
Interesting wall.
We are going to be seeing this fight come straight through once again as Reinhardt is pulled in, and he's just decided, you know what, I'm going to get onto this point anyways, try and stop him. The team are taking that as a little bit too much of a toy as Mirai is going to be hooked in. I think Sindane was hyperventilating at how exciting this fight is going to be as Whole Hog is going whole ham on the backside. Rewin is going to be taken down with that Whole Hog as Zappa's also going to be taken down. Both flankers dead. A's finishing off one with the healing grenade. Healing does some killing on the backside. 4 people going to take this point, 99 to 81 as we speak.
Yeah, I was laughing about how Roadhog, while it was caught in the blizzard, decided to just go into a corner and stand there, and the entire team of slow cookers just ran past him. And he just came out from behind and hooked Mirai.
But this fight is gonna... Oh, no. Yep. No. Yep.
Oh,
we are going to start again as Weezing is going to be jumping onto the floor and channeling his beats. This is going to be 2 traded for 1 at the second as Voden takes down 1 with that Whole Hog. Zappa slashing through the team, using that dash to try and be annoying, but Symmetra is going to be annoying herself. Mei becoming the devil as she's going to freeze some, but Pichu takes down that Genji. That's the name on the backside, and this is going to be the take. No, this is... Yes!
That's it.
Yes!
Oh,
this is a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh, great
no
match.
last second res is coming in here.
This is a great match. I am really enjoying this one.
This is what the last match should have been, but I guess it was Icon Vault. There's only so much you can do.
There's only so much that happens in Icon Vault. The thing is, like, I was looking through Yasser's point of view for the beginning of that last fight. He was slept when I went to him, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna switch off. No, I kept on there for long enough to see Pichu hook him, use the new hook mechanics to dump him off the side to start that team fight. It was so good. It was so good.
Okay, we're not seeing much. Oh, we're seeing double hit scan come out here from Slow Cookers. I wonder if they're fearing a Pharah, or if they're just deciding that, you know what, they're running dive with low healing. We're just going to throw as much damage as we can while keeping to a standard comp.
We have already seen Mirai on these hit scan heroes doing a lot of work as Pichu takes down 1 of the flankers in the backline already, but that's not going to be deterring Prestige as the rest of the team is going to fight on this high ground server in position as Slave Master is pulled in by the flanking Pichu. Pichu might evolve after this game because he is doing work here. Homemade Pizza getting 1 fire strike through to Raleigh, and A's finishing off Voden on the backside of this fight as Mirai also going to take down Yasser, and they're going to secure the point.
And we have problems with Sindane's
does he have a Thunderstone ready for after he evolves?
I mean, he could go right all the way to Raichu at this point, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think if ever we were going to evolve last week, tilting an entire team is probably the time to evolve.
Oh, here we go.
And this is going to be another fight coming in as Yasser pushing that shield line forward and pushing straight into Homemade Pizza, but that's going to be a boop off of a boop. 2 trucks hitting in the middle of the road as Pichu is caught in the middle of all of the trucks there. This is a destruction derby at the second. Homemade Pizza trying to keep that shield line up as only 1 is now taken down. Not deterring the fight. No, that's 2 taken down as Yasser and Zappa take down another 2 on the backside as Yasser swinging the hammer once again and getting another kill as Rywin also going to take down Symmetra and finish off this fight for a retake.
Honestly, I'd like to see a Reaper come out slow because I say this every time I see Triple Tank, but
You say Reaper every single time, but yes, Reaper would be effective in this situation.
That's a good answer to Triple Tank.
They already have Pichu on the Roadhog, and a Reaper would just be enough to shut it down entirely with pure damage.
Yeah, I'd swap the Soldier out, but oh no, actually they've not got any flankers anymore. They can feel free to just use that High Noon and then swap Mirai onto that Reaper, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, Mirai is just at the top, prepping for it.
Ooh, he's being a sneaky cowboy.
Sneaky Cowboy is going to be going and trying to ding that clock for high noon, but we're going to be seeing Homemade Pizza, who's going to be taking that nano boost, as Yasser on the backside also taking it. Mirai going to be channeling that ult and taking down Zapper on the backside. One hit scan down, and that's one healer down as well, as Mirai going turbo Cowboy, as Pichu also going to take down one, take down two, as Wheezing, he wants to join that hit scan battle, but he's shown up once again by Mirai.
Yeah, I mean, that was just really good play by Mirai. It was a very cheap. I think he started the high noon a bit too early, because I think he meant to finish channeling it while he was dropping down. But because you need it approximately half the speed of a snail while you're channeling it, he couldn't make it to the edge.
The thing is that what he did was important. He got rid of Zappa on the top with the height advantage, and it was enough to move the team fight in their direction.
I agree.
As this team fight might go in the side of Prestige, as that Reinhardt ult does miss, and Zappa taking down one, taking down two with that tac visor, and that's taking down three as well. I must be a good luck charm for these guys, because every time I start counting up, everyone dies.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a whole hog, we've got a visor, we've got a lot of ults on the part of Prestige here. We've got sound barrier, we're gonna have an earth shatter. That earth shatter by Homemade Pizza was a bit harsh. What did that poor? What is this map? What did that poor map board thing do to hit? I'm just gonna call it a wall. It's a wall. What did that poor
I am
wall?
lucky we are not casting Counter-Strike at the second, because your calls on places on the map are probably some of the worst so far, Sindane.
What is it? It's got a Zenyatta spray on it, sure, but what's it called?
We're seeing attack visor on the backside, as Wheezing is just going to stand on that high ground. He's going to rain some fire down from above, pretending to be Pharah now, but it's Yasser who's going to be doing work on the low ground as he takes down three. Voden are going to be joining in on that tank fight, taking down two with the whole hog. This is 95%. Wheezing now jumping on, trying to elongate this fight, tried to stay alive, but he's forced overtime as Mirai is now jumping in, but he's going to be smacked straight away. That is a small tracer and such a big hammer.
I mean, 1-1 now.
Yeah.
We could see it go to a full 5 games.
I really want to see the Reaper come out though, because I don't like how they seem to be a bit averse to switching heroes mid-fight, because they kind of stuck on just the one. I also want to see more of Rear Wind's Tracer. Rear Wind's Tracer. That's a tongue twister for you.
Chaser? Did you say Chaser? Are we casting the wrong game here? Have we suddenly gone over to League of Legends? Oh, I see we've got two very different things on the mind.
You were thinking League of Legends, I was thinking Quidditch. We don't have any Seekers, unfortunately, or Beaters, or Keepers. Okay, so we're seeing triple tank come out from both teams. I'm so disappointed in both of you.
Oh. Homemade Pizza is so disappointed he charged into a rock there.
What did that rock ever do to you, Pizza? First the wall, now the rock.
Once again, we're seeing two separate approaches taken from both teams, as both are now going to funnel onto that point. Pichu getting one through the backside, but Homemade Pizza finishing it up as well. Yasser and Raleigh going down. That's healer and main tank going down. Symmetra also going to be taken off. She's playing the Lucio this time, and Jesus Christ, you are confusing me too much, as Homemade Pizza takes down Voden on the backside. Going to be a lonely Zarya on this point, as the Russian is going to be taken down by the German. Zappa.
Man.
Pichu is just taking no prisoners this game. He wants to win.
He has to assert his dominance as Roadhog. He really does. We see him do it every game, too.
I mean, just look at him. Look how excited he is to be playing on Temple of Anubis next map.
Yeah.
You don't want to take that away from him, do you?
No.
I'm not gonna lie. He actually enjoys Temple of Anubis.
Voden is good. Voden is good, but Pichu is definitely the Roadhog that we've seen so far.
He's climbed from, it was low platinum all the way up to, was it Master or Grandmaster? Yasser going to be taken down there.
Yeah, I think it's near Grandmaster right now.
Oh, here we go.
Visor is now going to be coming down from Wheezing, as two have already been taken down in this fight. You've got to consider that he's maybe taking down more of this fight, as we're going to see Zappa hooked off the head by Pichu, as Voden going to jump to his suicide, as Symmetra taking a very interesting wall ride approach here.
I heard you guys like
Symmetra is just taking a nice little chill route here, and if you could follow my camera at a second, this is probably the most relaxing thing we've seen
I
so
just
far
watched
this
that.
game.
I just switched to it, and that was beautiful, and also pretty awful.
But Elegance is not going to win this fight, as the Nano Hog is going to be coming down. Ham going ham, as Pichu jumping through the fight, getting 1 kill, but this is the Tac Visor on the backside, taking down 2 at the second, as Hook kills 1, but Zappa kills another, and Voden is going to secure this fight for prestige.
I mean, that was, I don't know. It was a lot of ults went out. It was a lot of ults came out on both sides. A bit disappointed because lost that. Come on,
one
guys.
of the problems
take the
was that Symmetra wasn't even back up yet.
How
Like,
did Symmetra die? I saw
Symmetra was like, I believe she was pushed into the bottom and she was just ringing around the side instead of going to her death.
Do we get to use some Slowpoke memes here on Sindane?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Wow.
Trades here coming off on the approach, not going to be too consequential, as it looks like the rest of the Slow Cooker are going to be in a position to regroup once again, delaying the push by another 5 to 10%.
Yeah. Honestly, so I'm wondering if I didn't check the settings. Please tell me they remember to set it to best of 5, otherwise I'm going to be really annoyed at them.
I hope
This has happened so many times, but Homemade Pizza going to be charging in, and that is going to be Yasser doing some great work with that Earth Shatter as he sees the shield down, and he sees an opportunity to pound the entire team to the floor, as that is a delayed team kill.
Yeah, we saw the Panic Graviton coming out there. That was... if your entire team's just been Earth Shattered, your team fight is almost certainly in no state of Graviton to follow up on that. Oh dear, I did not... That was a very panicky Graviton by Mirai. He's not comfortable off his hit scan.
Score is going to be equalised here, as it looks like Homemade Pizza is running this charge all the way through the bridge. Tactical Visor coming through from Wheezing on the backline, but breaking it down on the side of Raru now, as he's going to secure that teamfight advantage. Zappa is going to be going absolutely nuts here on that Nano Visor, taking down 3 kills in the end. Yasser trading back on A's with a Fire Strike, as A's trade Tim off as well, but those trade kills are not going to make any difference here.
Yeah, here we go. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't think they're going to get back in time.
No, I think maybe Symmetra, but that's about it.
Nope. Nope.
Denial.
Yep, they screwed it up.
Oh, they screwed it up, yeah. So. Well, that's,
So.
if Prestige wins one more map, then they get it, and
Yeah.
Slow Cooker has to get 2.
Yeah.
Do we believe in the power of friendship today?
I mean, I don't know. I believe in the power of mechanical skill.
Coming from these cards here, we can see once again the Soldier doing a lot of consistent damage over these fights, and in some of those very swingy team fights, Soldier was doing a lot of work to confirm kills on the back ends of fights, and if we could see the same performance coming out from both again, this could be an epic hit scan bout.
Honestly, I want to see Mirai back on the hit scan. He honestly, he's impressed me consistently. I really want to see a Reaper come out. Don't
would
run
love a
triple
Reaper.
tank. Do not run the triple tank. Run a Reaper into it. This control center, this is Reaper's best map in the entirety of Lijiang Kao, possibly the entirety of the game. He's so good in there.
I'm starting to think, Sindane, that there's somewhat of a Reaper fetish coming through.
It's more like a triple tank. I'm not gonna lie. Like
He has
tank,
something for the edgy grandpa.
Yes.
Is it the way he clicks his knuckles with the leather gloves?
I mean, no. Have you not seen his fashion sense? It's like, whoa.
That's great.
Like, I mean, if you've
I
ever
mean-
been to Hot Topic, that's just.
we all know
it's
he
like just went
designed.
in.
We all know he designed all of the Overwatch uniforms.
He did do that. He did do that.
Officially did that, but
So you know, he clearly has a fashion sense.
The most stylish member of X Overwatch.
the Halloween Reaper skin he designed himself, apparently.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's no wonder people ship him with Soldier 76.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh, well.
I think maybe Reaper's mum gave him a little bit of help with that Halloween costume.
well, it's gonna get down to the fight immediately with
Straight
soldiers
away as
fighting for
homemade
dominance.
pizza. Pichu fighting for dominance once again as he pulls off Slave Master on the backside. That hook going to be going in the absent direction of the Slave Master, bringing the hook back onto the Slave Master, and Raleigh going to be chased out once again as Wheezing also going to push off on this Diva. That's Voden also going to be going down on the backside of that fight, and it's going to be Slow Cooker taking this point.
Okay, so we've got Mirai back on the hit scan, which I like. They're running triple tank, which I don't like.
No.
That's what I have to say about the team comps. Triple tank on both sides. Come on, guys. Just run some tank busters.
It's boring
Wait.
right now. We could always, you know, use...
Or a Zenyatta, a Reaper, a McCree. Put those three there, and the tanks will die. Okay.
But it looks like we're going to be starting off this fight once again as Yasser is going to be going around the side of the map board, just trying to get a charge through, and it's Raleigh going to be finishing off Mirai on the backside as Homemade Pizza gets one charge onto the Slave Master. Slave Master is being dominated this game around as Aze is also going to be taking down Zappa, and Rywin taking down the Diva mech, but not going to be too consequential yet as Diva is still alive, going to be charging that ult once back up. Wheezing putting some shots through. Yasser getting a lovely free-man Earthshatter, going to be killing off Aze on the backside as that's the retake for Prestige, and maybe a little bit of a wasted ult there coming out of Lucio as Mirai just jumping through the back, and he's going to be chased right off at this point.
Yasuo has been consistently outplaying Homemade Pizza this entire series. There's not even a comparison. It's honestly like I'm seeing a Reinhardt main playing against a first-time Reinhardt.
Like, we know that Homemade Pizza is pretty good. We've seen him play before, but...
Yeah, he's
really,
a good Reinhardt.
Really,
Yasser
Yasser's just outclassing him on all of the main tank roles that he's playing today.
Yeah, he's just on a completely different level.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Thinking of tanks though, once again, we are going to be seeing some beefy bodies jumping onto this point once again, starting that Bob rule with some heavy hitters. But it looks like it's not going to be too much of a fight now as Pichu is just trying to find some hooks around the backside, not going to be finding anything at the second, aside from a hook into Yasser who gets shielded instantly. Voden is going to be going ham, and he is going to be going even more ham as that whole hog takes down Ace on the backside. Homemade Pizza going to be taking down Raleigh. Pichu getting 2 kills, Mirai getting 1 on the backside as that tac visor is going to do some work, but it looks like Pichu is outshining the DPSer here as Mirai finishes off. No, Pichu finishes off that final kill.
Honestly, as soon as I saw the Nano Hog and the Graviton go out, I thought Prestige had that, but no, that was a really well executed flank, and honestly poorly executed by Prestige. They overcommitted too many ults to what was 2 people? They used 3 people maybe. They used Nano Hog and the Graviton. Oh, here we go.
We're seeing attack visor on the backside of this fight going to be coming through as it's going to be Zappa going. Frank Zappa on the top of that point, going to be jumping down now as he's not getting any kills on the backside of this fight. Pichu going to be trading him off in the backside. Homemade Pizza getting in a bar brawl. It looks like he's got a pull queue whilst Yasser has a massive hammer, and we all know who's going to win that fight. Let's not get that image too far into the head as Wheezing going to be taking down 1 kill with that Diva self-destruct. Foden trading 1 back, but Pichu trading him back. Yasser getting another Earth Shatter through. This man is charging that ult so quickly as Symmetra on the Lucio is going to be forced out, but buying enough time for Homemade Pizza to join the fight again as Yasser's going purple and Yasser's going to the graveyard. This is now a Yu-Gi-Oh stream. Homemade Pizza still pushing further forward, but it's going to be Frank Zappa on the backside of this fight going... Well, no, he's just getting the nano boost. No visor coming out. Zappa killing 1, Voden killing another, and this fight's still going here, taking the objective, but Voden's going to be trying to secure this with that whole hog, pushing back 1. It's only going to be Mirai caught in that Graviton surge as well, but enough for Prestige to get that delayed fight to kill enough members to take the point once again.
Really, if we can see Pichu and Mirai pull out both of their ults, they could possibly just retake the entire point and win this fight. Because now they have 3 ults. If they can retake it
Oh no,
one
that was
time,
a cool mech. That was a cool mech.
Oh, okay. It's call mech then. That's sad. But if they had 3, they still have 2. If they can force themselves onto the point.
Yeah, they've got 2 to none, so...
Speaking of forcing onto this point, though, the force is going to be starting as Mirai channeling the tac visor, taking down Zappa on the backside. There's going to be no justice raining from above, just Mirai with a machine gun as Homemade Pizza getting that fire strike, going to be chasing through Yasser. Wheezing also going to be forcing off Slave Master on the backside. Slave Master still being dominated here as this is going to be the 99% take, and that's going to be 2-2.
We are heading into our final round.
Final round.
Honestly, I'm not quite sure what the Fire was doing there. 1v1ing a soldier, that's incredibly risky. The odds are not really in your favour, especially when the soldiers just popped sack visor. So that was some interesting positioning on Zappa's behalf there. Yeah, this is the last map here, and it is going to be Garden.
Yep, Garden.
Yep, Garden. I can't always get the name straight. There's Garden and there's Market.
This is one of the maps that the Slow Cooker have actually lost so
Yeah.
far. What can we see that's going to be different coming from them? It was Symmetra, which
Well, they're-
arguably lost this point last time for them.
arguably, with her being
Arguably.
down, it just kind of went to
Yeah.
Prestige.
Oh, are we going to see the boot? Are we going to see the boot? Ah,
Oh.
shielded.
But we are going to be seeing some beefy tank fights as all of the bodybuilders are going to be joining up in the middle of the courtyard, and they've already insulted one another's biceps because this is a brawl that's going to be starting as Yasser jumps in the back. He's got the shield on him, but he's going purple on the back end of that. Homemade Pizza and Wheezing now being healed up, keeping them nice and healthy, injecting some steroids into those biceps to try and skate this fight a little bit further into them. But those weren't steroids. They're going to be dying. This is the Diva map going to scraps as... Once again, we're going to be seeing another lovely hook coming in from Voden.
We actually just to show just how much healing they did. Then Ozzy already has nano.
Yeah.
One fight. I mean, Slaves Master did pretty well too, but they're only at 80%. Ozzy had nano at the end of that fight.
Ozzy is very good, and we've seen his play before. It's extremely good when they play right.
Oh, the long range sleep.
We are looking at a push coming in here, and it's probably going to be a dry push at the second, but we're seeing the speed boost go straight in as Homemade Pizza charging forward. He didn't like the fight loss that time round. He just doesn't know when to give up. That's going to be a blocked Reinhardt Earth Shatter. Fire at will going down on the backside. That's going to be for Prestige, but it's going to be no one really going down as Homemade Pizza is asserting his dominance, but he's going to be taken down by Raleigh of all people playing that Lucio, as this is going to be another fight held by Prestige.
Honestly, Pizza finally blocked an Earth Shatter. I'd just like
Yeah.
to note that. Well done, that guy.
Well done.
He finally blocked one.
I'd like to also add to anybody in chat, if you can keep a tally of how many times Sindane has said honestly, there will be a giveaway
There's
coming
quite a
from
bit.
Energy Being.
Oh, come on. That
Oh,
you'd have
okay.
to total both the times that I have and Sindin has this entire game, because we both say it a lot.
Yeah, truthfully.
Breaking it
Okay,
down
here we
now,
go.
coming through from Raleigh as Zappers. You're going to be using that as an opening to channel that tactical visor, but no real dice coming out of this as Homemade Pizza sleeping on the back of the point now as Mirai is going to be trying to shoot his head off. No headshots here at the second as it's going to be Mirai. Oh no, Mirai is going to take him down. Pichu also going to take down Yasser, and this is going to be a very heavy fight advantage going on to this point. 6 men on that point, only Slave Master left around, but dominated once again, and this is going to be 89% to 0, 90% to
Now,
0.
the Slow Cooker has to keep it, because if they lose it
Yeah.
and they can't reorganize a push, in
Yeah.
like less than 30 seconds, it's done.
Yeah, for that reason, I actually don't think they're going to be able to take this because they have not shown good ult economy, and that's the most important part of defending a point. But here we go, they're pushing up.
And once again, this push is going to be coming through from the back room as Homemade Pizza gets a lovely fire strike going through the majority of the team, and Yasser already soloed out from the rest of his team. He's going to be going down almost instantly as Varden takes down one, Mirai taking down another. But this is going to be a very good and very well coordinated hold coming in from the Slow Cooker.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
And a
and
lovely pick on the back.
yeah,
oh, they trade. Well, yeah, they trade off.
Pichu
that's-
died, but that trade is enough to stall the push from Prestige for a little bit longer.
Yeah, they don't want to go in without the numbers advantage. Not on the attack.
They are, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a
And it
bad
looks
decision.
Oh, Weezing's. Oh well, Weezing's just got back in Mag. Weezing wasn't in Mag. That might be why.
The backroom approach is now going to be coming in once again, as it looks like the rest of Slow Cooker are just going to be grouping onto the top of this push. They know exactly where this fight is coming in from, as Yasser's going to get that nano boost. The tac visor now going to be channeled on the backside as Mirai going into the nano visor states. Tactical visor coming out from the other side as well, but we've got one alpha here, and that will be Mirai as he takes down Zappa. Pichu and Symmetra also doing their work and pulling their weight in this fight. Raleigh taking down one, Voden only taking down a mech at the second, and Voden
Oh.
is gonna be killed off on the backside here
Raleigh
by
just
Pichu
dies.
once again.
Yeah,
Raleigh just
yeah.
jumps off the cliff. He knows that he can't give them any ult charge. This is the last fight coming in, and they're
Yeah,
bringing
I mean,
in...
if Raleigh had been trickled there as well, that would have been huge. I mean, I think
bringing in
it's
Farah. Okay.
yeah, Farah. Oh, we've got the Tracer there.
Farah going to try and do some work in this enclosed space, but she's not really getting too much damage down. And as I say that, once again, Symmetra is killed off, and that's both healers down now from the slow cooker, as Zappa is doing absolute work. Why do I say people aren't doing work when suddenly they start doing it straight afterwards, as Zappa is going to be securing this point take from the looks of it here. Self-destruct now coming down to try and hold this point for a little bit longer, not getting anything at the second, as Slave Master using that healing grenade to do the opposite of healing onto Weezing. Symmetra killing herself on the backside, breaking it down, coming through from Raru, as this is going to be 95 to 99 now. Last push coming in for the slow cooker, as Aze is going to be pulled in, and he's going to be trickled down, taken out, and that is the take.
Yeah, it was a close match, though. Till the end, that was extremely close.
Yeah, I honestly think slow cookers play better on a map that wasn't their home map.
Yeah.
So, Prestige just adapted well. I'm disappointed by them defaulting
Nope,
to triple.
this is it.
Yeah, yeah, back to lobby, thank you. There we go.
And that is going to be the 2-0 series win in favor of Prestige, outclassing the team of Slow Cooker and taking sole possession of that #1 spot in Division 3. Who on the team of Prestige surprised you guys the most?
Honestly, I really have to say it was Yasser on the main tank.
Yasser, without saying. But Yasser was very impressive. Honestly, Ruin's Tracer was also the star of the show for me on the first game. Yeah.
For the first attack, it was definitely like a key player, but Yasser was the most consistent the entire time.
Yeah, Yasser had one Earth Shatter blocked and baited out 4-5 Earth Shatters from Homemade Pizza. It was honestly just very impressive.
Pretty much every single time he had an Earth Shatter, Homemade Pizza shield was down. And it was just great. And when he was on Winston, he was consistently picking off the healers, picking off squishies, just causing chaos in the back line. And it was really well played the entire time. I wish I had more good to say about the Roadhog on Team Prestige, but honestly, the entire time they were outclassed by Pichu. Pichu was definitely showing his dominance as a Roadhog in this series. He's definitely the best Roadhog that I've seen in this entire tournament so far.
Yeah, I can go with that.
But
absolutely oppressive playing against him, I imagine.
As you said that as well, I looked over at the stream, which does have a delay, so there's no ghosting issues coming into this. And it was just where Pichu actually got 4 kills on the point, securing that last point for them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, not enough to hold it.
I mean, Pichu had a lot of ult value when he did pop ult, half of the time. The unfortunate thing is the slow cooker was popping ults really when they shouldn't have been, and they were overblowing ults when they did, because it was like every single time you saw one ult, another ult came out, and then possibly another ult came out, and then their entire ult economy is gone. They have no chips for the table for the next team engagement, and they weren't even always winning the fights where they were blowing all of the ults either. Is poor ult management from them. I think,
out of that series then, what was the biggest shock for you guys in the entire series overall?
Honestly,
how poorly Slow Cookers played in Icon World for me.
Yeah, for me it's pretty much the same. Usually
their attack was lackluster.
Yeah, usually me and Sindane are of similar mind on these things on the wrap-up at the end, but their attack was lackluster on Eichenwald, and their defense just took a long time to cement. Because they had a good defense on the first point, and then as soon as the momentum was taken with the first point going away, it took a very long time for them to get themselves back together, reorganize, and stop the push. And really, the amount of time that it took them to get that momentum back just lost them the game.
Okay, so even though we are coming out of that, and we did see Prestige take that series in a very dominant fashion, how do you guys believe that they would be able to improve coming into the weeks ahead?
I think Slow Cooker needs to work better on managing their ults and having somebody call out which ults to use in the fight. Obviously, if a point comes up in the match where a person sees, oh, this ult right now would take the entire fight, then use it. But otherwise, I think they need somebody to call out their strategy, be like, hey, going into this fight, we're going to use Graviton Whole Hog. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Save everything else for the next push, because you can use ults as like defense to stop pushes, to win attacks, to do a lot of things, and we saw them doing it fairly well for certain points on Lijiang Tower, but they had very bad ult economy on Eichenwald and on certain maps on Lijiang Tower as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they also need to work on not panic ulting. I think I can remember numerous occasions there being one or two people left alive and the panic ult going out, and it's just wasted in that situation.
We also definitely saw Prestige being a lot more disciplined. I think I can say that on Prestige, not all of the people are quite as good as certain people in the Slow Cooker. Slow Cooker has very shining stars on their team, but on Prestige, all of them are at a certain level, and all of them have a certain amount of discipline that I think Slow Cooker doesn't. Like, every single time the team fight was lost, you knew that they had a good shot caller because they were all jumping off the side, denying ult charge to Slow Cooker, and Slow Cooker thrives on that ult charge because they blow them constantly.
Yeah, honestly, I think Slow Cookers are mechanically the better team, but strategically, Prestige definitely had the edge on them.
Yeah, they definitely outclassed them in that way.
Yeah, and that just gave them the win here.
Okay.
Like, Prestige had very good mechanical skill. It's just, when you have strategy on top of mechanical skill, you're going to win out to the team who even has, a bit better mechanical skill than you do, because team play in a 6v6 game is much more important than this person is the shining star on the team. Like, Pichu's always the shining star. Mirai is extremely good when he's using his ults. He knows how to use them, how to pop them at the right time to get value out of them, but we just didn't see them be able to use it to the full extent because Prestige had their game on, knew what they were coming into, and could just come back against it, especially because it seems like they scouted out Slow Cooker's lineup for Eichenwald because they had an answer to it as soon as they came in.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. There's also of course Yasser to pair to take into account there. Having the Reinhardt matchup be such a mismatch in your team's favor is a huge boon. Like, I think it's possibly the biggest matchup. Because at least, well, I'd say because I'd say Pichu was outplaying Voden to that extent, but you just saw the difference there.
The Roadhog, like, having such dominance on the Roadhog isn't as important as your main tank having dominance over the other main tank. The main tank play is so important to creating space and working well as a team, and Yasser just even was doing a lot of the work just by himself. The team themselves didn't necessarily have to be up to that point because Yasser just had so much going on. He could use his shield properly, he could bait out the enemy Reinhardt shield to do his, hammer down. He could go in, swing for the win, and take 2 or 3 people down by himself. Yasser was the shining star on Prestige for me.
Yeah.
And really, it came down to that and their strategical play.
Yeah. Yasser definitely our MVP of the series, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we've got to see here today then, we've spoken about that a lot. Next week, Slow Cooker will be taking themselves up against Nakabaderna. I hope I've said that name right.
Yeah.
And we'll be seeing Prestige going up against Muffin Express, arguably one team having a harder game than the other there.
Yeah, that sounds like a tasty game to cast.
Yeah, it does. And hopefully we will, but we'll see.
Whether that game will be on the mainstream or not at the second is yet to be confirmed, but do bear in mind the mainstream will be, for EU that is, will be 3 p.m. GMT for the EU games and 6 p.m. CST for the NA games. And you'll be able to find that over on Twitch TV /Overwatch University. I don't really think there's anything else I can say after that.
Yeah, if you guys want to keep track of what games are being streamed and when, do feel free to follow us on Twitter if you want. We'll be dropping links in there shortly. And I think that's it for now.
No, that's about it. I mean, yeah, feel free to like this channel or follow this channel. Not like the channel. Feel free to follow the channel. Feel free to follow the official Twitch for the Overwatch University official stream. And we will have matches on there as well. We may not be casting the main stream next week due to prior work engagement for me, but we will be casting matches like we always do. And yeah, should be a good time.
Yeah, should be good. So,
Always is.
Yes, it is.
the dream team, the EU casting couch, as we are.
Now, before we do drag this on for too long, though, let's thank you for joining into the stream today. And remember to follow on Twitter at OW University and make sure you tune in next week. Thank you again, Energy, for hosting the stream today and being the cameraman as graciously as you did as well. And thank you for everyone for joining in and spreading some memes in the chat.
And thank you, Dudge, for your epic freestyle rapping skills.
Yes.
One day you'll make a career out of them.
We will